teaming up for his second win here at the President's Cup. Match 3 in the morning. Bradley Hughes with Craig Perry, a couple of Australians against Lehman and Roberts. Hughes filling in for Greg Norman, who had to pull out late this week. Hughes for eagle at the par 5, 14th. And that put his team up 4 up with 4 holes remaining.
For them today was just a walk in the park, and now the first 3 matches the internationals have won.
And this was Lehman just trying to keep it alive to no avail. So there it is, Kenny. The first 3 in the morning to the international team.
And the last 2 matches produced a lot of excitement. They were really coming down to the last holes. Which
Mickelson 1 up over Bradley Hughes and Mark McNulty. Nick Price pulled out of the afternoon portion very late now, just minutes before his tee time with an upset stomach.
Take that Bradley Hughes now. That was McNulty reading the putt for him. Straight up the slope. Drano. Not too much excitement there, guys. No, we say that.
Past the flagstick now. This would be for a win. Bradley Hughes, after the tee shot of Mark McNulty, just about dove right down in the hole. You can see how much break this Australian is playing. Look at that. You wouldn't think it's going to break, would you? Here it comes. And now Mark McNulty will probably have to hold that one. That's just past the zone where you give it to him.
And now Mark McNulty for the Hughes-McNulty team. Hughes hit an enormous tee shot. And, of course, McNulty being a much shorter hitter using a metal wood. From 228. 228 yards. They say it's perfect. No, it isn't. Anything but. That's nestled down behind a clump there, too, back to 7. And a little chip from behind the green by Brad Hughes. What a great effort that was. It would gather pace a little, but it still had a look in the side door of the hole to the 7th left edge, I would say. Doesn't miss too many of those, and so the international team takes a 1-up advantage for the first time in the match, having gone down by 1 at the very first hole. They won the 3rd and now the 5th to go 1 up.
We are back at the 6th of Bradley Hughes.
That's from 145 yards.
How about the way he's playing? He was in Japan at the start of the week. Greg Norman had to pull out at the last minute. Got in here very late. It's 8. Final 12 points up for grabs tomorrow. And back out to the par 5-8.
Where we have Bradley Hughes and Mark McNulty discussing strategy. 295 yards left. That's the first thing. Here's where teamwork comes into play. Let's see if we can hear what they're saying. No, but what they're deciding is what kind of shot does the player who is going to hit 3rd want for that pin placement that they have today. McNulty is telling him the yardage he feels comfortable with. Now it's Bradley Hughes' job to put him there. Going with the iron, he should probably be laying up short of those cross bunkers, preferably a little bit more to the right side. Good looking golf swing here. He has started it down the right side. And that's a marginal layup. Hit it too far, hit it through the fairway. He's in the rough to 10. Hughes down the slope. And he does not get it there. They will not have their birdie. Mark McNulty will mark, and now Tom Lehman will have a chance to pull his team to even
and Mickelson this morning pulled out a half as we go to the 9th.
And Bradley Hughes with a 4-iron. See, he's trying to fade it into this pin. A good play. And that needed to get up. Needs to get over a ridge, which is cut 24 yards onto the green. The pin's 33 back, and he's left it on the wrong side of the ridge. But from 200 yards back there, you're kind of happy when you hit the green. Give your partner a chance at birdie. Hughes.
Bradley Hughes is a young player from Australia, from the southern part of Australia. Bradley is playing on the Japanese tour at the moment. A lot of people don't know him here. Quiet sort of a guy, very strong physical build, hits the ball just forever. He's kind of a player that could emerge in the next few years as being another power player from, you know, not in the mold of Ernie Els, but a big, powerful player. I look for him to do real well here.
Let's go to 9.
Now Bradley Hughes, little downhiller, just inside the right edge. And that keeps the Internationals 1 up in this match. So back to 10.
Position, but we're going to go to earlier from 127. Bradley Hughes, a nice, comfortable-looking swing. Very soft to the ball. Look at this golf shot. Beautiful.
I think the U.S. would take that half right now, though, wouldn't it?
And Bradley Hughes on the tee. Five-iron shot for Bradley.
Come on, ball. Get right.
Oh, man, what a lovely shot. Bringing that in left to right, just below the hole. Starting to really be a very worthy substitute for Greg Norman. Tough assignment for him, an 11-hour over-the-pole flight from Tokyo. Slung in at the deep end with Nicky Price yesterday morning. Done very well.
What he's waiting for, Bradley Hughes paired against Jeff Maggart. This is for a birdie. Desperately needed. Bradley is 2 down. Nicely played. It'll be a par for Bradley, as I'm sure that will be conceded. Here's a great view of the 8th hole. You have to drive it in the fairway. The slope to the right down in the rough is monstrous. It'll kick down toward a little water hazard right just short of those trees. Then you can decide, lay up short right of these bunkers or try to carry them up on a second plateau. Either way, you're going to have a blind shot to a very, very undulating green. Let's go back to 5. Oh, Jeff Maggart. His birdie putt, yes. Jeff Maggart. A birdie 4 at the par 5/8, and he is now 3 up through 8. And I think
Bradley Hughes going for the green in 2, needing to make up a lot of ground here against Jeff Maggart.
Oh, down. That's going down in the canyon down there. Hit a perfect drive dead center, best drive of the day so far, and it came out hot and went right over that green.
Bradley Hughes, remember, he knocked it over the green in 2, chipped it back to here, and has a chance to win the hole. Maggart playing better than anyone on the course, 5 under today. He's 4 up on the match as we move to 14.
Par putt for Bradley Hughes. If he misses, he will lose the match to Jeff Maggart. The United States will be within 1 of winning the President's Cup. He sends it to the 17th hole, but he's dorming. Let's go to 13.
This is Brad Hughes, his 3rd shot. He's 2 down with 2 to play. So it should be an easy 2-putt for the match for Jeff Maggart to fortune yet, because that putt could conceivably be missed. But Bradley Hughes has to make this one first. Otherwise, it's all over. Really, the mistake was Brad Hughes. He only had 140 yards to the flagstick and was a club short in leaving it in the bunker. So this is probably the 16th point for the United States. Well, Jeff Maggott's going to have to earn it. To 14.
Downhill.
And this for the match by 3 and 1. There it is, 3 and 1. Well, they're giving it a 2 and 1. That's right, it's a half. 2 and 1. So the U.S. team has reached the halfway stage. They've got 16 out of the 32 points, and now only need one more point to win the President's Cup. And that was a really wonderful effort by Maggott.
Obscures the view, and there's Greg Norman, Laura